Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Mindy's Crafts and Cash, and of course I'm Mindy. Today I'm going to try to make some ephemera that I can keep and use when I make little junk journals or little collages or whatever. To start with, I got this thing with all these numbers on it, the stamp platform, the stamp, and I thought it might be individual, but it wasn't individual stamps. So I cut one out, and I've been working with that one. But so far, I got one pretty good impression, which I will cut out and keep for my ephemera. But I'm going to try to stamp the whole thing and then cut it apart afterwards, which might be easier than trying to cut all the individual little stamps out. So first I'm gonna, I put this on a stamp platform and I'm gonna ink it up pretty well. Now it is supposed to come out kind of grungy. You can see here that it doesn't, take all the ink. So we'll see how we do with this. So I taped down the paper so it doesn't move. And I have my little press. Well, I'm not going to get that top one because I have the tape in the way, but I don't want to start moving in everything. This makes the camera jiggle because I'm moving the desk. All right, let's see where we're at. Okay, we did pretty well here. We just didn't get the end. So let's go back over there. The whole idea of a stamp platform is if you get a bad impression, you just close up the door and keep working at it because it's going to end up in the same place. Not having luck with those. I'm going to move this over a little bit and re-ink, and maybe the stamps just aren't even. So I don't know if I'm doing badly or it's just bad stamps. So let's see what happens. Oopsie daisy. Now I'm just pressing back over the area that I missed here. Not having any luck. All right, well, I still have plenty to work with over there, even though I'm not that happy with these. Come on, I want a better 6. 6 is my lucky number. Okay, not too bad. Okay, and then we can start cutting it apart. Another thing I would do is I would do these on all different paper. I would do it on light brown paper or tan paper. So right away, it looks antique-y. I can do some on yellow paper, pink paper, light blue paper, all of those. And then I will cut them out as best I can. So let's see how we do with that. And the others I will make off camera. So let's get the trusty scissor. And if we could ever find the lid for this. Oh, here, that's the lid. Let's cover this up so I don't get it in my arm like I usually do. And let's see how we did. Okay. So let's see if these are usable on their own. First we'll cut out 4. And once we see that we can do this. Now you could use the whole stamp together as a background for a collage. Or you could just use the individual pieces. Okay, so that would be good. I could use that. And of course, you know, I'm going to grunge it up a little bit, as I always do. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, I will keep cutting and see what I come up with. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is, let's cut this one out so we have two right away. Is I have squares, as you can see here. So you first stamp the squares, and then you find, or rectangles, and then you find things to put into them. Then you cut those out. So those, okay, here's another one. So those I had stamped on blue. I put the black stamp on the blue, and then I stamped inside with a color. So you could do that, of course. Okay, so here I have a couple of grungy pieces so far. And then oh, and another thing, I had complained that I couldn't see through these, but it turns out there was a film on either side, and I was going to buy new ones. And once I cut them off, I realized that they were perfectly clear and just what I needed. Okay, so here I had taken from this condemned set, or whatever you want to call it, and I used this and this, and I stamped them off, and I used black ink. We'll stamp two at once. And I like making the ephemera on all different colors. Okay, so I have two rectangles now. And now I will find numbers or words to put into them. Let's do Agent 1929. Looking for a littler block for that. See, that one's clear too now. You can see what you're doing. You can see that it's straight because it has those little lines. So we're going to put Agent 1929. We'll see where it'll fit. It'll look good here. Now this time I stamped it in black. And now I have a little label I could use. And let's stamp something in here, and we'll use the blue. We'll see how that'll come out. You just test ahead of time to see if it'll look the right size. That one looks good, number 4899. Looks like I have red on that stamp, but now we'll have blue on it. I just bought this one, VersaFine Claire Paradise. We'll see what color that comes out. And then I cut all of these out, and I put them in a little holder, and I have my own ephemera. There, that looks good. While we have it, we'll stick it in a couple of others. And now let's see, which one is this? This one is filed. Okay, we want that one. Let's do a blue filed. This one keeps falling off. I keep losing it. And actually, that was the second set I bought of these because I had lost so many from the first set. These clear ones, they tiny and they fall off and they get stuck to other things. Okay, that came out good. All right, so I have a blue filed and a red filed. And let's make a black filed. Okay. And now we have all these numbers and receipts and everything. And let's see. That would be too big. And then we just can stamp some round things and cut them out. We can either use a punch or just cut them freehand with a scissor, fussy cut. That's just a received. Okay, that's a little bit better. And look at me, I'm getting full of ink. Gotta go wash up. Okay, so let's see if this number 785 fits in anywhere. Should be about perfect. There we go. Nice. So these are just really fun to do, and it's fun to make your own ephemera. Now I have a lot of other things. I have tickets, and I just purchased this die cut to make a whole string of tickets, which I will do, and I'll have all kinds of things to stamp on them, but I will do that in another video. And lots of words and everything else. So let's see if we could put this one on sideways. See if that will fit in there. Looks like it. So we'll go right here. So then we'll use that one vertical. There we go. Very good. All right. Let me just show you. Just take your scissor and go snip, snip, snip. And then you can actually round the corners, because on this one the corners are rounded. Let's go up a little more. Make it easier to pull it out. Here's one, here's two. Now I'll have one more piece of ephemera for my little container. And then this one, I can take and use my little corner rounder here. Not so sure I like that. Well, maybe I do. We'll see. We'll still grunge it up a little bit, and it'll probably look good. This one you could grunge up in black. Actually, grunge up the corners, grunge up the whole piece. And we have the beginning of a little ephemera collection. Okay, I will do more, and I will, I guess, post it on the cover of the video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Okay, well, I'm back. I just want to show you what I've been doing. I cut up a lot of these little things that I had stamped, and then I put all of these on a platform, and I stamped them in white, and I also stamped them on the brown cardstock, and I'm cutting those up, and these I stamped all in blue. Now I put the square ones on a stamp block, and I'm just going to stamp some more out. I'm going to use the black this time to stamp them with. I could do two at once here. Ooh. Nice new juicy stamp pad. And then I'll stamp numbers in them. And if it doesn't come out totally, that's okay. It's kind of the grunge look. We'll just do it on this little paper too. Okay, and then from my various stamp collections here, I have different numbers. Now, this was one piece, and I stamped it on white, and I started to cut some of them out and put a little brown ink on them. And I will start to cut these out also, and I'll add them to my little box here. And then I'll have a whole ephemera collection. Now, what am I going to use them for? Well, I may do a masterboard that has a lot of ephemera on it, and then cut that up and use it with some of my little antique Timmy people, as people call them. I call them dead people. And we'll see what else we do. Here are still some more that I have to cut out. And I'll have a nice little box full of stuff to use whenever I want. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.